Welcome to the Kugel for perfect competition shutdown. We start with a question or a statement. Profit being less than zero is not a sufficient reason to shut down in the short run. Shutting down means the firm produces no output, and the phrase shutting down is something that happens in the short run. In the long run, firms can exit. In the short run, if they want to produce nothing, they shut down. Now, the reason profit less than zero is not sufficient to shut down is that if the firm shuts down, total cost equals fixed cost in the short run. That means that if the firm shuts down in the short run, the loss it suffers equals its fixed cost. So a firm's loss when it produces may be less than fixed cost. If so, the firm is better off producing than it is if it shuts down. It turns out that producing is better whenever price is greater than average variable cost. We sort of put these things together, and the conclusion is, for perfect competition, that a perfect competitor minimizes its loss by shutting down when and only when price is less than the minimum average variable cost. The lesson concludes by looking at the profits and losses for a perfect competitor. And we'll look at three situations. First, what happens when price is greater than the minimum average total cost? The next one is what happens when price is between the minimum average total cost and the minimum average variable cost? And finally, what happens when price is less than the minimum average variable cost? Let's go to the first one. If price, or better yet, if minimum average total cost is less than price, the firm maximizes profit by producing the output that makes price equal to marginal cost, and the maximum profit is greater than zero. If price is between the minimum average total cost and the minimum average variable cost, the firm still wants to produce the output that makes price equal to marginal cost. The profit maximizing quantity is positive, but now the firm's maximum profit is less than zero. Since it's producing, and since it wants to produce, that means the minimum loss that it suffers is going to be less than its fixed cost. The third circumstance or possibility is for price to be below the minimum average variable cost. In that case, the best thing for the firm to do in the short run is to shut down and produce no output. Its maximum profit is going to be negative. The minimum loss the firm suffers in the short run equals its fixed cost.